Aloha, namaste from the heart chakra of our planet. I am needing to talk about my name. Normally I say I am Archeia Heidi. I want to start off with this. And then I feel like there's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. It's been a long time since I came on. So I'm just going to jump right in. I have been going by the name of, using the name of, relating to myself as, my entire energy business is all around Archeia Heidi. And that was because it was the first higher dimensional aspect of myself that I became somewhat reacquainted with. So what we're doing right now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, is we are pulling back all of those splintered off fragments of ourself that to come down to such a dense place as the third dimension on this planet, to protect our soul, basically, we have to splinter off into all of these different fragments. There are other lifetimes, there are other aspects of ourself, and as we are releasing our density and moving up that spiral of evolution, as our DNA is being decoded and our vibration is higher, we are pulling back these different fragments of ourselves. So as this has happened to me much more significantly over the last year, it has really been in my awareness that I'm asking myself, why am I going by one aspect of myself when I'm starting to really become reacquainted with all of these other higher dimensional aspects of myself? And I can only assume that one at a time we're all going to go through this, but I'm just sharing my story as I understand it in this moment, which is always changing, right? It's always shifting, because as our consciousness shifts, we have a deeper inner standing of what is happening. So in this moment, this is my inner standing of what is happening within my physical being. So with all of that said, I have decided to shift everything. My business name that I'm working under, that to something that just really resonates with me. I'm not choosing one aspect of myself. So I have changed to Deb Hart. So my given name at my birth was Deborah. I don't really resonate with Deborah. I was called Debbie for a very long time, and somewhat resonate with that, but I'm Deb. Like, people that know and love me call me Deb. Some call me Heidi, but pretty much Deb. And that's what I resonate with. And not that I don't resonate with Archeia Heidi. I'm doing this video really in hopes of not only explaining why all of a sudden my name changed on my YouTube channel, but that I'm assuming that a lot of us are going to go through this during this journey. So I'm just sharing with you from my perspective what I'm going through. So I've changed it to Deb Hart, which really resonates with me. So I have been working, I'm sure most of you know this, I've been working with some folks with the Kingdom of Hawaii, including His Majesty King Akahinui. For the last few years, I'm very, very close with them, and they have always called me Deb Hart. And that resonates with me. I really feel like I have spent my life grounding love in this planet. It has not been every moment of my life, because, listen, I've been going through it for many years. Like a lot of you are either starting now or have been going through it for a long time, of looking at our shadow, getting triggered, looking at our shadow, bringing it up so that we can alchemize it and heal it, transmute that energy so that we can continue up our spiral of evolution. And but with that said, I'm just saying I haven't been the perfect pillar of unconditional love in every moment of my life. But I try my best. And when I'm in my natural state, I only feel love. I only feel love for absolutely everyone around me. I love, 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 love. So it just, you know what? It just organically all came together that I feel like Deb Hart. I feel like I live in my heart space. So that's what I want to really focus on, grounding here on the planet and embodying, not only for myself, for all of those humans around me and that I come into contact with, but for all of life on this planet. You know, we are here to shift the collective. And that starts with our own inner journey. You know, we can spend a lot of time, and a lot of us do, meditating on aspects of the planet that are really showing themselves right now, right? With questions around health. We'll just leave it at health because I think there's multiple things around that. The big V, virus, jab, where we stand in that. How long we've been poisoned on this planet on a consistent basis. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse. The geoengineering, our birth certificates, our straw man account. I mean, really, we could go on and on and on of all the atrocities that have been created to keep us living in a lie, to keep us from knowing that we have what they don't. We have direct access to source. And we are a piece of that. So we are here to ground that and to show that to the planet. So that one at a time, as people are waking up, this energy is here. So I feel like I just went off on a tangent. I hope I didn't lose you. I kind of lost myself. It's been a while since I talked with you, and so I'm kind of just excited to be on camera and saying hi, and hope y'all are doing great. The solstice was yesterday. Holy cow. So today is Monday? Monday. And the solstice was yesterday, Sunday, June 20th. I was going to say 6th. That's the 6th month. And I was completely knocked on my ass on Saturday. I wasn't sure what was happening until many hours later when my guides shared with me that, no, it was really about all the energies coming on the planet. And I was purging, and, you know, we're going through this big up-leveling right now. And, yeah, I was knocked out with some massive ascension symptoms. I had multiple big rushes of adrenaline in my body. Like, you know what, I can equate it to like an overdose. So when I was in high school, I actually took way too much Motrin. It was like beginning of my period, and I had such horrific cramps and back pain and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, more is better, right? And I remember the feeling and my blood pressure going up and this rush of adrenaline in my body. And so I can equate it to that. That's what it felt like. I'm like, what is happening? Because I haven't had those pockets of adrenaline like that before. So anyway, that, and, you know, rushing in the house because I knew I was imminently going to throw up, and on and on and on and on. Just exhaustion and feeling like the flu in my whole body, but no fever. And, yeah, I laid down on the couch. I'm not a napper. I can't sleep in the middle of the day. I just kept off and on sleeping, and I did not get up until the next day. Ended up on a 27-hour cleanse. Never done a dry fast that long. I meant a fast. But clearly, my guides wanted me to fast as well. So I did. And feeling so much better and more energetic yesterday. And yeah, today Today I'm feeling fabulous and lots of energy. But, you know, a lot of you probably experienced that as well. So in April, I went to Sedona. I'm just kind of thinking about like what has been happening in my life. I went to Sedona and I went on a retreat, and it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to Sedona Soul Adventures. If you're looking for a one-on-one retreat, it was really amazing. I did 3 days of just different things. But there were a couple of times that things really stood out for me. The very last day I did a 4-hour, it was supposed to be a 3-hour, but it turned into 4-hour, goddess journey on the land, which was like a hike, and then we stopped and meditated in a couple areas and focused on different things, and it was just amazing. My guide was amazing the entire time. I had so many amazing things happen that just even sharing a few pieces of it, I feel like it will be lost, but it was amazing. Then I met up with my team, Earth Guardian Alliance. Shout out to everybody there. Love them. It was the first time that most of us, all but 2 of my teammates, were able to make it to Sedona. So we spent 5 days together doing some planetary work and the vortexes, and just, you know, amazing to meet them in person for the first time. And first day, there was just the 3 of us. And holy cow, our energy together kind of freaked me out. I was feeling like, what is going to happen when everybody else shows up? Because within 3 minutes maybe of picking up the 3rd person, so there was me driving, another person, and then one in the back, so there was 3 of us, just picked her up from the airport. The next exit is where we were staying in Flagstaff, and we opened a portal, and the energy was insane. So evidently we were just kind of bringing that energy there, but it was crazy. It was really amazing to spend time in the presence of these just amazing and beautiful, wonderful healers and light workers, star seeds. So we did that. So we were together for 5 days. Kind of our last day was with Cosmic Awakening, which was really great. A lot of amazing things happened there. I met the artist that makes these and bought this. Every single piece is individually made. So everybody that buys something from him has a one of a kind. John, oh my gosh, I wish I would have gotten this out because now I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm going to put it in the write-up. Bought an iToroid from iPyramids. Wow. So I work with a Healy when I work on clients doing Reiki, doing some energy work. But the iToroid, wow, it was just another modality. I'm really excited. I wish I would have brought. You know what? Hang on a second. It's laying on my bed. I'm going to grab it. Sorry about that. Should have been more prepared. So this is what it looks like. So you can kind of see the size. And so I can put it on a lanyard and wear it around my neck. It's preloaded to 14 different frequencies. So it's got the frequencies for all of your 7 major chakras. It spends 5 minutes on each of them. And then it's got the earth frequencies, the shamanic frequencies, and it's amazing. I mean, and I have this printed out. It actually comes with this information. Sorry. Yeah, clearly I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. About what the frequency is, if you can just see this. What the frequency is for all kinds of all these issues in your nervous system, your digestive system, going through different diseases, like Crohn's disease, dental and oral diseases, stomach aches, bronchitis, It goes into the musculoskeletal system, circulation, respiratory, wounds, and then other. Erectile dysfunction, hepatitis, systemic lupus, chronic blepharitis. Actually, I don't even know what that is. That's a little embarrassing. I was a nurse for decades. Glaucoma. I mean, just on and on and on and on. But it talks about what the frequency is. And so like somebody's in pain, there's specific frequencies that I can put it on. I can't set the frequency, but like to that specific issue. And they can literally put this on the area where they have pain. Like my girlfriend has chronic knee pain, like really bad knee pain, and has been using Healy, and I do Reiki on her, but like she's been sleeping with this on her knee. Anyway, I just wanted to share this because I think this is freaking amazing. And I don't sell them. They sell them themselves, but you can go on iPyramids. I think it's .net. Let me look. I thought the website was in here. Yeah, iPyramids.net. And they've got all kinds of things. Big copper pyramids that you can buy a giant one of this that's very expensive. And put that at the top of your copper pyramid if you want to sit under that to meditate. This is the second to the smallest size because I wanted one I could wear around my neck. And I got this specific size because the frequencies extend 6 feet. Anyway, I watched a video of a guy that was there at Cosmic Awakening, where I bought this. And he looks like a young guy. I'm going to guess early 30s. He has had rapid eye movement his whole life, walked by the booth where this is at, and it was not connected, so I can connect it. I mean, this comes apart, but I connect it to a little MP3 player. It wasn't connected. It was not turned on. It was just the crystal itself that's wrapped in copper, as you can see. And it stopped. So, of course he bought one, right? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about this because I thought it was pretty amazing. So after Cosmic Awakening, I did a sweat lodge. Never done a sweat lodge before. Wow. I mean, how amazing it was. I really thought that I don't like to be super hot. I really thought that I would get to the point where I'm like, let me out of here. I'm like dying inside. Like, sometimes we have this heat rushing through our body. In waves, and I'm like peeling clothes off and I'm just miserable. I'm like, like a dog. So I thought, oh my God, just sitting in that, I'm going to be miserable. And I wasn't. Our guide, who was a shamanic practitioner, was chanting a lot of the time, and we would repeat that. We would go in a circle, and it was in a teepee. We'd go in a circle and talk about, start off with like, what is our intention? What is it that we're wanting to release? And then we kind of went around and did an update, like what's coming to us, what's happening. And then he would chant and we would follow that. And so there was always something to kind of keep our mind busy. But I just did deep breathing and constantly grounding energy, and I never got to that point. So I'm sharing that. If any of you are going to do that, that definitely helped me. And I do not like to be hot. Like, get me the hell out of there. So no, it was absolutely wonderful. It was the night of the full moon. We got out of the teepee and just were like, la, in the moonlight. It was just, yeah. Oh, and look at the light, my skylight. Yeah, I'm probably not doing it justice, but kind of wanted to share an overview. There has just been so much happening at such a rapid pace. The best thing that I can say is continue to do your inner work, because as you heal one, you heal all. This is an inner journey. The most important thing is to start with yourself. And I think that's what I was starting with earlier when I went off on a tangent. But we all need to heal ourselves. And as we do this, we're helping the collective. It's such a beautiful thing. So be self-centered. Go within and do you, boo. That's what we're here to do. And remember to stay in your heart space, because there's a lot coming up right now. a lot of judging, two different sides. You know, my guides actually had to talk to me, with me when I came back, because I was having, it's very difficult for me coming back to Hawaii because it is freaking insanity at the airport. You feel like you have no, I mean, even in this time, I found myself so frustrated and yelling, you have no right to illegally detain me because you aren't allowed to leave the airport complex without your negative COVID test, blah, 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 blah. And I really struggle with this. And not wanting to give up my sovereignty and totally lowering my vibe because of it, because I'm just fucking pissed. I mean, that's the truth. It just pisses me off. And my guides had a really nice talk with me when I came back over multiple things. And one of them was, you think you're standing in your sovereignty because you don't keep your mouth shut at the airport. Because I get super triggered. But you're not standing in your sovereignty when you allow that to raise your lower your vibration. Oh, wow, that was a really big, V8 moment, right? For those of us way back in the V8 days, commercials. There's so much truth to that. So I've really been diving into that since I returned. I've been back on Maui for 6 weeks after that long trip. And really feeling into that when something comes up for me. Because I realized that I was also part of the problem. And you know what? I think one at a time we're realizing this and going through this is definitely I'm part of the problem as well if I'm doing a division. They told me, be neutral, find your neutrality. Like, how do I find my neutrality in this insane, crazy shit that's happening that so many are accepting? We have to find a space of neutrality because we're all here making soul choices. Every single one of us. And we all have a team that's guiding us. And we have to trust that. That we are exactly where we're meant to be. Dealing with exactly what we're meant to be dealing with for our highest soul's evolution. So, I think that kind of wraps it up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me. Just wanted to explain why you're going to see my name change. You can still find me at ArcheaHeidi.com or DebHart.com. I'm in the process of updating everything. And I wish you just an incredible day. I hope you're feeling these really amazing energies right now. And they're uplifting you. And, we're moving into another really powerful full moon on Thursday. And it's kind of closing out the eclipse season. Great time to just continue to let this energy release what's inside of you that does no longer serve your highest good and the highest good of everyone around you, so that you can be that beacon of light, that pillar of light on a daily basis. I love you all so much, and I wish you nothing but an amazing and beautiful day. Aloha.